Okay, so now let's talk about the course details. The course details of the our pre-recorded videos on video lectures on successful stock market investing. So how the course detail will be like, the more information about the course. Okay, so it will be like pre-recorded video lectures on successful stock market investing. So here it will be available in two languages, that is Hindi and English. So it will be a 32 episode video lectures. So each episode run time will be 40 minutes to 1 hour. Okay, and yeah, you have to go sequentially, you know. And so the purpose will be of this pre-recorded video lectures will be to teach the secrets of successful stock market investing. um, uh, uh, like what we have achieved, right? We have achieved in the promo video. You must have seen that the kind of success we have achieved. So those knowledge is encapsulated in this video lectures. Okay, we have constructed a video lectures. So that is the purpose. And students should be like able to identify great stocks, find great stocks for themselves, invest in that, evaluate it, over the period of time, track it, monitor and manage, and then ultimately creating a wealth out of it, like how we have done. Okay, so all our heart and soul went to this lectures. Whatever we think, whatever we do, everything is captured in this, in the form of video lectures. Okay, so that is the effort gone into this, so this act as a passive wealth income, wealth creation tool, because the skill, stock market investing skill. So you don't have to like leave your job or your passion, no? Suppose you are a doctor or engineer or whatever your profession you have, parallelly you can invest, or you can come full time also. That is not a problem, that's up to you. So suppose you are into the some career or something, so you have to park smartly, park your money very smartly. So this lecture will help you in parking, which stock to invest, where to invest, all those things. So the target audience is the student, working professional, homemaker. Basically this is for all. So any aspiring investor, okay, homemaker, and is open for all. Okay, all right. So the like the background of our background is like, we started as a common man. Okay, so we have learned everything from the scratch. Okay, and made it big in the stock market. Okay, so we know exactly what it takes for a common man to achieve stock market investing success. Okay, and our course material is designed in keeping that in mind. Okay, so we have traveled the journey, right? So we know what it takes. Okay, we were also a common man, so I was also scared about the market, right? It's very risky, isn't it? So but I see a different picture here. Okay, so based on that, what all it takes for a common man. So I can only explain, right, because I have started my journey. And the success level you have must have seen in the promo video. Okay, the kind of success. So everything is put into, all the ingredients put and encapsulated in this video lectures. Now let us look into the course content. So after careful thoughts, and the our source of knowledge comes from various factors, like from all the great investors, Mr. Warren Buffett, Mr. Benjamin Graham, Phil Fisher, okay, and then Peter Lynch, everybody on, and Mr. Junjunwala. I have gone through lots of their books and interviews and TV interviews, YouTube, internet. I've done a lot of research in all this 10 years. Okay, all sources I have collected, and then practical learning, my own experiences, everything put together makes me the success we are enjoying right now. Okay, so based on that, I have created a course curriculum like this, Okay, don't worry about this. So it will be taken care from the as a layman. You can go through all this. So don't get like intimidated by this. Okay, I also have learned from the internet, from all the sources, and it will take step by step. Okay. Okay. So introduction part, you will be like we'll be discussing the basics, right? What is stock market, what is shares, and all those things, basic terms, the layman's language. So it is very easy to understand for even for a 10th or 12th standard student. Okay, so explaining everything, all right. Then we'll be laying a strong foundation. So ways we'll see what are the ways to get wealthy, super rich, and why, who can invest in the stock market, why investing in the first place. You have to know right reason. You have to be very clear, and then you have to understand this term assets and liabilities. Okay, you have to be thorough with this. So it is explained in a layman's language. Okay, and there is a perception about the stock market. What is your perception? So what is stock market in reality? Okay, we have also as a common we have also gone through this, so we know this both of this. So what is the stock or share? What is saving? What is the difference between saving and investing? So everything is in small chunks now. So you will be laying a strong foundation so that you understand everything. So why do companies get listed in the stock market in the first place? So there is a reason given here. And then the Naranamurthy Infosys example. Okay. So based on this, we will explain you why companies are listed. What is the purpose? See, and why stock price moves up and down. So all those things, and why stock market itself. All right, and then reality check performance of the benchmark. So we have to make sure that whether what is spoken is. So we have to see how the benchmark has delivered. The stock market has delivered. We have seen that it had delivered 16-17% in 40 years history. That's a track record. So yeah, we'll prove that. We've seen that. So what is the difference between investor and trader? Purpose of this training course. Why this training course in first place? So we have explained now. So what we have achieved. So if you want to achieve, anybody has to achieve, they should have this knowledge. So that is the core of the thing. So what is in this training course? A small recap. And then X factors. So there are lots of aspects, right? Just finding a good stock doesn't help. So you have to analyze the numbers, analytical aspect. So you have to check the numbers, and in the analytical aspect you will see the numbers of the stock. Suppose any stock you give me which is listed, okay, so I should be able to tell that one, okay, whether this is a investable stock or not, or if this is junk or not, I can tell. So that thing I want to teach, that has been taught here in the course, in the video lectures. Okay, so the student should be able, by seeing the number, he should be able to see this is good or bad or a junk one. Okay, so or he can say that this is a some satyam kind of thing is coming up, they can figure it out that way. Then emotional aspect. So sometimes what happens, the market rises and falls and market crash happens, some booming time comes. So all those times they have to handle their emotions. Okay, so they have to behave properly as an investor. So that will be taught how they should be behaving. All some lectures are there for that, and patience and time. So see, stock market investing is the purpose is to create wealth, and it takes time. We are not creating Maggie, right? So it won't be ready like 2 minutes. So Rome was not built in a day. So you have to give time and patience. Okay. Meanwhile, you parallelly enjoy your passion and career, build your career. Parallelly, money will be ready, wealth will be created. So that's the thing. Okay, so before the basics, we'll be taking up these things. Importance of the management quality. Okay, so how you can ascertain that these 4-5 factors are very important for a stock, for a good business. The management should be good. So how you can, as a common man, how you should ascertain that management is good. So there is some tricks are there, you know? So you can make sure that the management is good and the growth of the business. Suppose you are investing in the stock, say 100 rupee, the current price is 100 rupees. So what makes you think that this will grow? On what basis? You know? So how can you guarantee that this business will grow and this price will go up? Then only you will make profit. So there are certain things are there. So those things will be discussed here. The life of the business. So it should not be like some you invest in some stocks and that kind of business go out of fashion, है ना? ठीक है. So you have to be should be very assured that they should longevity, like life of those kind of business should last, should be long lasting. You know? So the price. So every stock is not a good stock at a given price. So it has to be proper. Like, so for example, iPhone, you know, if somebody is selling for 2.5 lakhs, that is too costly now. We know that is around 1 lakh. So some discount comes, manufacturing happens in India, so it is available at 75,000, 80 or 65,000, then there is a good price. So you have to, same thing applies for the stock also. So yeah. So okay. So Infosys selling at 1,000 rupee and Infosys selling at 2,000 rupees. That's a huge difference. The stock remains the same. This is Infosys stock only, no? But where you buy is the deciding factor. You know, all these things is explained there. You know, and the simplicity of the business. So you invest on the business you understand. Okay. So that clarity should be there. You know? So this is explained in all these things are explained in detail, and the basics. You have to understand the sales behind any business. There should be sales. Either they produce something, the product they manufacture, or they will provide some service. Ultimately, some sales should happen. The earnings, the net profit, you know, after paying the tax and expenses, and the earnings per share. So earnings divided by number of shares. So all these things are discussed in very layman's language. So don't have to worry about now. So these are the core things. These are the core parameters. Okay. You don't have to, there are hundreds of parameters are there, but these are the core. If you get hold of this, you are good enough. You know, other things will be taken care indirectly. So then PE ratio. So whether you are this is a valuation parameter. So just to make sure your stock is how it is priced, like it is too pricey or too cheap. To make sure, like to ascertain that one. No? You should not be buying like very costly things. No? That way should be very fairly priced. No? And then PEG is again another ratio where to ascertain whether this is costly or not. Okay. Then dividends. So dividends means whether the company shares the profit with the investor or not. So that's the extra money you will get. It is kind of a fruit. So suppose you invest in a stock, that is a tree you are investing. So when the tree bears a fruit, so that is the dividend. That way you can draw analogy. Then market cap, this is the number. We will discuss what is the importance of that. And the book value, the ROE, return on equity, and return on capital employed. So these are the two efficiency to measure the efficiency of a business, how efficiently they are running this business. So we will discuss all this in detail. And the sales growth, the sales should grow on. Okay. So so we have always have a habit of investing in a growth company. We don't invest in a stagnant or a declining business. So sales growth should be there. So that is the reason. So many, all the things will be discussed here. Sales should be growth. Profit should also grow. So, see, remember that when the sales, the company grows and company makes money, you will make money because you have invested that way. So remember that. And then current assets and current liabilities. So all these things we will discuss on the basics. And then we will be very thoroughly running through this, reading the profit loss statement. So don't get worried about it. This will be explained in very layman's language. Okay. Okay. All right. So reading the profit loss statement, how to read that one. Okay. For the sales and the OPM, the operating margin. Okay. And the profit loss statement, net profit, EPS, and dividend. We will see each of them in very detailed manner, okay, in very layman's language. Anybody will should be able to understand that one. And then reading the balance sheet, how to read the balance sheet, so that again will, everything will be in layman's language. So we have to investigate everything in a comprehensive investigation. And then we will be reading the cash flow statement, okay, the cash from operating activity, investing activity, and financing activity, okay. So everything will be all this video lectures is explained in a very layman's language, so that anybody would be able to understand that one, okay. And apart from that, we have a 12-month support, no? So any question you want to clarify, you can ask, and we'll again shoot a video record the answers and upload in the platform, no? Okay, then there is a X skills. So there are certain factors, right? Unemployment versus stock market performance. So there is a criteria, like some unemployment is going in the country, okay, and there is a relation. We have identified certain relation. So, and there is some relation between the unemployment the factor and the stock market, how it behaves, so we have you can use smartly as an investor, as an investing opportunity, how this behave. There is a strong relation between this. We have multiple examples here, 2 or 3, through or 3 occasions we have captured that, there is a lecture on this. So you can smartly use to your investing advantage, so you can capitalize on that, all right. Then lots of past examples, so our past success, how we got these our multi-baggers, what we missed, that also discussed, and the hunting the IPO, okay. So we so the hunting the IPOs, see, secondary market data is available, right, readily available, on the screen or anything you put, you can get the data. But for IPOs, the data are not there. So how can you make sure that this is a investable thing or not? So you have to be very sure. So what we have did is, we have prepared an Excel sheet. So just and we have prepared a lecture also, so like classes. So what all those things, this profit loss statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement. So all those numbers where to put in the Excel sheet, you put it and you will get the numbers, all these things, all this parameter. So you will ascertain that, okay, this is now profit making and this is a investable stock. We'll make sure, so that way you will be very capable to analyze the IPO also, analyzing the IPO company, assessing the IPO fundamental, okay. And then learning the behavioral aspect, like when to buy, when to sell, when to buy more, okay, and how to behave in euphoric situation. The market is booming, right, so you have to behave in a certain manner. And then extreme pessimism, like corona cases, the market will collapse from 40,000 to 26,000, market completely crashed, how you have to behave in those situations. And then a normal market condition. So all those things you have to behave in certain manner. All those things are taught here, okay. And then analyzing the quarter result, okay. So the nature of the stock market is, the stock market reward the performers. They like the student is doing good now, so he will be rewarded. The employee is performing well, so he will be getting the more hike, like that. The stocks who is doing good now, the stock market reward that one, okay. And then whoever have invested in that stock will gain more. That is the thing. So how to investigate everything, like shareholding pattern, corporate action, bonus and split, and investor calls, all will be discussed, So as an investor, what all things you have to do, and you will be told how to attend the investor call. So they, in the investor call, they will brief what all things have happened in this particular quarter. When they, after the result, after the result is published every 3 months, quarter result comes. So they will have an investor call and they will brief the investors. So you can dial into the toll-free number and can attend, and you can ask questions also, So whatever is there in your mind, you can ask, and what all things to be asked is also discussed, here. So that trick is given here. what has to be taken care in all those things, what you can do is also mentioned elaborately here. So cultivating the investor thought process, how that kind of talks and the characteristics. So here you will be taught like how to think like an investor. What are the upcoming things? So suppose now EV is coming now, the booming industry. What is the next booming industry? How to invest and where to invest? It just not the EV batteries. Who are the battery manufacturers? For example, if you say EVs, now, so who is the battery manufacturers? And don't get restricted to battery manufacturer. So this battery in the EV, electric vehicle. Also think in terms of motors. Some DC motor is also required now. So check who are the manufacturers and who are the suppliers. That way you can also invest, because chalo battery is one thing, no? So and this lithium extraction companies and mining companies, those stocks, leave that one. Focus on these who manufacture the DC motors. Ultimately the motor will drive the vehicle, no? So focus on that also. So you have to think like an investor. Okay? And the case studies, so many case studies will be there, lots of, so that your mind will be open. Okay, so in the case studies we will also discuss like so for example, some company you have invested and something like Satyam case, no, scam, that is bubbling up. So you will be kind of come to know at the earlier stages itself. So we'll be training in that manner. So so some companies not doing, some loss making companies, something happens, right? Some financial difficulties. So you will be the first person to come to know. Okay, so all those pitfalls you will be able to avoid. Okay, so in case studies we will also discuss like how to identify a multi-bagger, what are the criteria and which are the ideal candidates. Okay, and also we will be teaching you like how to find a good stocks, great stocks. Okay, and also how to avoid the bad stocks, like how to avoid the Satyam kind of things. Okay, yeah. So this all about the case studies. So this is the elaborate thing. So running to 32 episodes, everything explained in very detailed and very starting from very layman's language. So anybody can understand this one. Okay? Any 10th or 12th student should be able to understand. So it is explained in such a manner. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So that's all about the course content.